Hello, all you handsome poker players out there turning your bankrolls into millions. It's Ted Hickman from Mr. Bad Beat, and I am the world's most disciplined poker player. And I have a special guest appearance by Jay Bird here.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, Jay Bird? We're here to talk about an absolutely disgusting, would you say it's disgusting, Jay Bird?
It's very, very sick.
Disgusting bad beat that I experienced in the 10K challenge. And for those of you who don't know what the 10K challenge is, don't worry, I'm about to explain it to you. The 10K challenge is where I take $187 in my sports betting account and I run it into $10,000. And along the way, I give you tips about strategy and every single disgusting bad beat that I take. And trust me, I take a lot of them. What do you think, Jay Bird?
You take more bad beats than anyone I know.
I'll take that as a compliment. So I'm going to give you the background here. This is on sports betting. It's a 63-person tournament. It's down to the final three. Bully 710, who's on the button, is an aggressive player. I mean, you can't figure that out by his name. I've been in a spot where I've had to defend my big blind a lot. So without further ado, let's play this hand out. Notice that I'm starting with 15.5 bigs. So I post the big blind. I get 7-8 offsuit. Bully raises from the button. And it's barely a min raise. He's raising to 37.50. So just 7.50 over a min raise. It's pretty standard. So I'm just going to flat here and see a flop. Jaybird, why would I do that?
If he's raising his button really wide, like most aggressive players do, 8-7 is going to play pretty good close flop. If you hit the flop hard, you can win a really good pot from his value range, and you can possibly outplay him post flop as well.
Right, so a flop like 7-7 ace or 7-8 ace, all of those are good flops for me. Flopping a straight, flopping trips, flopping, a straight draw with a pair, all those are really good flops for me. And I'm most likely to check raise, get it in on any flop that I have some serious equity on. As always, I appreciate your analysis. All right, so I check. I haven't flopped much, except the nuts. So his bet's pretty interesting. He's betting 82.50, so he's just continuation betting here with ace high. What do you expect him to do here, Jay Bird?
Well, this does look like a standard C bet. He could have total air here, but he could have, a hand as strong as ace king or better. He could have an overpair here.
Right, and I'm hoping he has a flush draw, a 7, an overpair, any of those things, even like a hand like pocket eights. I doubt it. I think he probably would have raised a little bit more with eights, given my history with him. But I'm hoping he has hands like that so he'll actually be able to call my jam. But my plan is to jam here. So I'm check jamming 100% of the time on this flop. So I do. Now, what are the odds of him calling me here with ace high, do you think?
Well, they should be pretty low.
So this is a bad play on my part, but against his range, I think this play is solid.
Yes.
Okay, so he calls. Can you explain to me right now, what are the percentages of him winning here?
Yeah, I did a lot of work and a lot of math on this, and his chances of winning this pot are exactly 0.
So your humor is always appreciated, Jay Bird. So he cannot win the pot, but he can tie, and what are those odds?
His chop outs are less than 1%. I think it's around 0.5%.
As in half? Half a percent?
As in half of a percent.
Wow. So that's pretty sick. So I'm pretty safe here, right?
You would think.
All right, let's see what happens. So I turn a straight flush draw. That's good, right? Oh, and the 7 on the river. So I just lost a 95. I'm sorry, it's so big I can't even say it. 99.5 to 0.5% hand. Wow. Now, Jaybird, do you know me? Do you think I threw my chair across the room?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely not. I didn't. And why didn't I throw my chair across the room? I know you guys out there are saying, I don't even know how you can fathom that type of beat, but there's really 3 reasons. Number one, I expected different outcomes for this hand. I knew there's a possibility I could win or I could lose. Even though, well, I couldn't lose, but I could tie, which is really a loss. 0.5% chance. I didn't know those, percentages at the time. Jaybird's way better at that stuff than me. But I knew I had a lock on the hand. But I also knew I could tie. So I expected both of those outcomes ahead of time. Number 2, I took some deep breaths. And number 3, I can reflect on how well I played this hand. I owned bully. But you know who owned me? Variance. And variance is always around the corner, and that's why it's a great idea to have good bankroll management. There's another tip on MrBadBeat.com about that. Jaybird, we're going to have to sign off here, but as always, it's Ted Hickman, the most disciplined poker player from MrBadBeat.com. And please like, share, and comment below, and I'll see you at the tables.